There are many questions to be asked about why the OceanGate Titan sub was allowed to go deep into the ocean directly above the wreckage of the sunken Titanic, given a host of safety and regulatory concerns. This is not the time for those discussions. As we come on air tonight, there are said to be just 13 hours to save the 5 poor souls potentially languishing 3,800 metres underwater. Earlier today, GB News revealed via sources close to the rescue that teams had picked up regular taps, potentially an SOS from those on board. And tonight, in a dramatic news conference, Captain Jamie Frederick, the first Coast Guard District Response Coordinator who's leading operations in Boston, confirmed a Canadian P-3 aircraft heard more noises today too. He insisted that this remains 100% a search and rescue mission rather than one focused on recovery.
You're in the middle of a search and rescue case, you always have hope. That's why we're doing what we do. With respect to the noises specifically, we don't know what they are. The good news is, what I can tell you is we're searching in the area where the noises were detected. And right now our efforts are solely focused on the search. Oh, this is a search and rescue mission, 100%. We are smack dab in the middle of search and rescue, and we'll continue to put every available asset that we have in an effort to find the Titan and the crew members. Understanding there are some limited rations. I can't tell you exactly how much they have aboard, but they do have some limited rations aboard. We need to have hope, right? But I can't tell you what the noises are, and we're greatly appreciative of the British government and all the support they've given us.
But with oxygen running out and food and water in limited supply, it was left to Carl Hartsfield to explain whether the noises are indeed from those on board Titan.
The noises have been described as banging noises, but again, they have to put the whole picture together in context, and they have to eliminate potential man-made sources other than the Titan.
The Coast Guard thanked the British government for its assistance, but there are serious questions over why they refused to fund 2 willing British-owned deep-water salvage companies, Ocean Infinity and Magellan, from transporting their equipment on a C-17 US military plane. Now, the pain for the family members of British billionaire adventurer Hamish Harding, Shahzada Dawood, his son Suleiman, OceanGate's chief executive and founder Stockton Rush, and French mariner and Titanic expert Paul-Henri Nargeolet, just some of whom are believed to be waiting on ships near the search area. I mean, that pain is unimaginable, especially given we know all too well the inhumane conditions their loved ones have spent this time underwater.
Inside, the sub has about as much room as a minivan.
So this is not your grandfather's submersible. We only have one button, that's it. It should be like an elevator. You know, it shouldn't take a lot of skill.
We can use these off-the-shelf components.
I got these from Camper World. We run the whole thing with this game controller.
Come on!
Rush says his submersible is one of the safest forms of transportation in the world.
You believe the Cyclops 2 is pretty much invulnerable.
By the time we're done testing it, I believe it's pretty much invulnerable.
And that's pretty much what they said about the Titanic.
That's right. And I will go on all the first dives, put my money where my mouth is.
And he did, of course. Stockton Rush has previously also spoken of the unique ways he has tried to innovate at his company.
When I started the business, one of the things you'll find, there are other sub-operators out there, but they typically have gentlemen who are ex-military submariners, and you'll see a whole bunch of 50-year-old white guys. I wanted our team to be younger, to be inspirational. You don't want every person to have the same experience of having been on a U.S. nuclear sub or worked for Atlanta submarines, and they all have the same background.
Again, I repeat, there will be a lot of time to discuss if this approach was irresponsible, especially given warnings about the seaworthiness of the vessel. Right now, though, the focus has to be on trying to save all the poor souls on board, because this is now a titanic race against time.